It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Backchannel, the only place where you can listen to, watch, and chat live with your morning host. And right now, everybody, boy, do we have a treat for you, because right now you are watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I am your breakfast jam for the morning, James Arthur M.
And I am Renee Culver, delighted to be here. I have to tell you, the power of a James Arthur M. You can start off, I can't, and then it just, the rise, the enthusiasm, the excitement to be with you. And I know the Get On Uppers feel the exact same way. You are contagious in the best way possible. You were the opposite of a pandemic. Glorious. And you look handsome.
What a high honor. You're the good morning to Doug and to Stacy. And Stacy, am I reading this correct? We have you for 2 hours for the rest of this week, even Friday. Stacy, don't you toy with me. Don't you toy with me. You're our Pisces birthday March month lady. So great. Renee, this is so great to be with you and the Get On Uppers. And Renee, for you, I was like, I want to kick this up a notch. I want to kick this up a notch for Renee and the Get On Uppers. My goal is, what can I do to make Renee and the Get On Uppers laugh? And mission accomplished.
Success.
Good night, everybody. I did what I needed to do.
Within the first 5 seconds. And we're so lucky. We're so lucky to have you. And Get On Uppers, we are so lucky to have you. Doug, Stacy, so happy to see you. Melinda, London, Christmas. Is that right? Christmas? I hope your name is Christmas. I want that to be your name. And Trenton and Barnett. So happy to have you.
I think it might be Karamas, but please let us know. I didn't mean to deflate you. I was like, Renee, I'm going to give you a gift, and then I'm going to take it back.
That's how it should be. And that is, you're the exact opposite of a grumpy man.
And look at that. We just got confirmation from Stacy that, yes, that is right. We'll get Stacy for 2 hours for the rest of this week. What a delight. And look at Trenton Barnett also getting into the conversation, wishing us a good morning. I mean, already, this show is off to a great start because of you, Get On Uppers, because of you.
Yes, absolutely. And knowing out of the gate how to interact with this show. For Get On Uppers, Doug, Trenton, Stacy, you got it. You know it. You know how it's done. What you do is you say to your device, say good morning. And then we're going to see right here in the chat. We're going to say, and Audra, this is Christmas. This is the best day ever. All of our VIP Get On Uppers in the house this morning. It is a gift. And you look so handsome in plaid.
Well, you know, I planned what I thought I was going to wear for the week. Get On Uppers. I'm curious, does anybody, like when I was a kid, do you all plan out ahead of time what you like to wear for the week? Or are you just like in the morning? Like in the morning, whatever hits you grab and you go. Sometimes I kind of plan out ahead of time depending on like what I'm doing for the day, but then how my mood hits me. But I knew yesterday I was going to wear a baseball tee. I knew on Sunday. And then Tuesday I was like, I'll be wearing plaid, this red and black plaid shirt I've not worn since Valentine's Day. So Get On Uppers, join in on the conversation. You just enter your Echo device. You just go say, James, this is a silly conversation. Everybody knows. You lay out your clothes for the entire week on your bed and you leave them there. Or you can type on the YouTubes like that cat gif. Type in like crazy your answer. You know the one. You know the one.
And Audra's right there with you. They're saying that they have a vague idea of what they want to wear, like for meetings and stuff. Not a clue, but never a clue. I don't think like there was never a point in my life in which I cared about clothing. So I don't know that it is that wild for me to be a middle-aged woman and be like, I don't know. Whatever I pull out of the dark of night is what I'm wearing.
But Renee,
I can take more.
What I'm so curious. Get
Yes.
on up, or is this a silly, I don't know if this is a silly conversation, but I'm so
I
curious.
don't think so.
Um, do, is it through inspiration? Is it like what hits you, or do you kind of think like Audra like has a vague idea because like different meetings? Like I definitely like if I know like what meeting I'll be taking or what thing I'll be doing, it will have like an impact on what it is that I'm wearing. So Renee, for you, like I mean, this is a cute top. Can I say that live on the air?
That's
Can I
very
give you that
nice. That's
compliment?
very kind. I did pull it out of the dark, thinking it was a different shirt, but then once I got into the light, I was like, "Eh, all right."
Comedy of Renee Colbert never stops because you were like saying it earlier, like, oh, just I'm in the dark, and then it
Yeah.
was true. You
No,
were
it's
in
actually
the
in
dark
the dead of
and you
night, you don't wanna turn
thought,
on the light because you don't wanna wake up the dog, just tiptoeing around my own home, and
don't want to wake up the dog. I love it. And then Audra said, otherwise I just make sure my favorite swishy comfy shirts are clean so I can live my comfy life. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
We love it. Oh, so awesome, so great. Okay, well, that mystery is somewhat solved
It's
there.
it's
I asked the
solved for
question.
people. I do think it matters though, and I think it is. I'm so curious if you wanna unpack it with me, what you wear to what meetings matters, how
Well,
that
I've been this
affects
is so
you.
interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause I have like my power shirts, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and Aunt Stacy just joined us as well. Hello, Aunt Stacy. Tracy. Yes.
We
Hello,
love it.
Aunt Tracy. Well, I butchered that greeting, didn't I? And
I don't think you
you,
did. I don't think you did at all, and
mm,
how fun for that family, Stacy and Tracy. The
you
duo is
know,
back.
the thing with first impressions, you just get the one.
They don't
You
matter.
just get the
They don't
yeah.
matter.
I
They
learned that
don't
from The
matter.
Simpsons. There was a Simpsons episode. The one where Marge keeps remaking her Chanel pantsuit, and yeah.
That's
That's
a
where we're
very funny
going.
concept. I on the one hand, yes, you only get you never get a second
Second
chance to make a
impression.
first impression. Is that how it goes? Um,
Yeah.
but how often my first impressions can be melted and to be like, "Oh,
Mm,
okay. Yeah,
mhm.
exactly." Well, in both ways. Sometimes you can be like, "I thought they were so nice." No, they're not. Or they're like, "I thought they were a little icy." No, they're the nicest.
Um, but Renee, I'm surprised because you
Mhm.
practice getting up in the mornings. That
I do.
also a
I
part
do.
of that would be you-
It sounds so
if you
stupid when you say it back to me. To me, I'm like, I'm a genius, and then you actually hear it, and you're like, "Oh no, that's full blown crazy." All right.
So for those of us who don't know what I'm talking about, and Aunt Tracy, maybe you don't know this either, but Renee practices. Is this okay that I share this? You've shared this
Please, by all means. No,
before.
I was me. I was the one who said it.
So Renee practices getting up in the morning because we get up early to get ready for the show. So Renee like practices like getting up. So she'll get in bed and practice. I think, do you set an alarm and practice like turning it on, off, and then
No, but
get
I
out?
do go through the charade of practicing to turn it off. So
Because
I'll
you're
be
a
laying down.
dancer. You need the choreography.
I
I
don't
get it,
know what it
Renee.
is. It's weird. It's full blown weird. But if
It's
it
right.
didn't work, I would stop immediately. I would because it's crazy, but it works, and so I have to
I
keep
love
doing
it.
my weird thing.
I love it. I'm applauding. I have no notes. Please continue doing it, and please keep telling us more details about it.
I
All
love
right.
it. I
Well,
love it.
let's
Yes.
get into what we're going to be doing for the
Yes.
show. Renee, I'm going to fix my ring light. Can you tell the
You
kids
fix
what we're
your ring
getting
light.
into?
In the meantime, I gotta share this joke with everybody. This is fantastic. Get on uppers what we are seeing, and hopefully you're seeing as well. This fantastic joke. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Come on. Because you don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
teeth. A gummy bear. Great.
Because they're just
What a good
gums.
time.
That's
And yes, and now get on uppers. I would like to tell you what you have gotten yourself into this very episode. It's Tuesday. Treat yourself Tuesday. We love to celebrate. We're going to treat ourselves with a smoothie or black coffee because we forgot to get milk. Mm. I do think I listen, I know I'm supposed to tell you what's on the show right now, but this morning it did occur to me the difference between our morning routines. And I think it would be very funny to watch that in pair, like it is right now, but to watch our morning routines in the morning of you are so organized, your outfit is laid out, you're meditating, you're doing it, and I'm stumbling around in the dark. Trying to like, get one eye open.
I'm making a smoothie. I'm listening to Brene Brown. And then I always give a little time to listen to some music to get me like
Of
really in the
course.
mood. So,
No,
yeah.
you're
And I do
and
meditate
that's
every morning. Even this morning, when I went out to a Monday, we'll talk about it later, but I did go to a Monday
okay.
night concert. And
Well,
I'm
it's
like,
very
what am I
impressive.
doing here? I'm
And I wish that
36,
for
37.
myself, but I don't have it. Um, let's see. Oh, listen to that. Okay. So Audra is saying that someone once told me that types of yogurt or butter are good in coffee. I've heard that as well. Isn't that what bulletproof coffee is? There's butter in that? Like it was
I don't
all
know.
the rage of people putting butter in their coffee.
Oh.
You know what I'll do? I'll put ice cream in it.
Oh, well, remember, don't go too far. Oh, you'll put ice
Yes.
cream in your coffee, Renee. Okay. All right.
Ice
Love it.
cream.
Um,
Right there in the title.
do you want some coffee with your ice cream? But just be careful because some companies tout that like their product is really good with their coffee, and don't go too far because I don't even remember this. Dionne Warwick got into a fight with mayonnaise because they're like,
Uh-oh.
you could put it in the coffee and it's fine. And she
Uh-oh.
was like, I need to talk to somebody on the phone. They would not return her calls. She blocked them on Twitter. So
And she was right to do such a thing. And she was right
100%.
to be like, no,
I think they're
that's
going
where
too
we
far.
have to
I
draw
can
the
see the
line. We're not putting mayonnaise in
butters.
our coffee.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. That's very funny.
What else are we doing today?
Okay, so Treat Yourself Tuesday. We will be talking about what we're treating ourselves to today, as we talked about the very, very dawn of this show, when it all began. It was just like, well, poor Tuesday doesn't have anything to it other than occasional Taco Tuesday. So what are we going to do? What are we going to treat ourselves to? After that, we will be talking about today's celebrity birthdays. Jam hilariously always says celebrities, they're just like us with birthdays. They also have them. And then we will be playing the smash hit segment, Two Truths and a Lie. Today is a devastating topic of unrequited love, where I will give you this guarantee. I will lose all of your respect. Not one of you will respect me at the end of this segment when you hear the things I have done to try to earn love from people who did not reciprocate it. And then we'll be ending the end of the hour with Women's History Month, but there's more where that came from, Jam. What is happening in the second part of the hour?
Oh, Renee, you're doing such a great job telling us. Keep telling us more,
Okay, well, I'd love nothing
please.
more. Well, I'd love nothing more. And then we'll be doing Today I Saw, which is various things that we saw in the news, our favorite headlines. And then yesterday was Pie Day. And today is, up first, the Smash It podcast just told me it's Ides of March, which is Shakespearean. What is the origin of
Wow.
Ides of March? I hear it every year. I don't know what it means.
Beware the Ides of March. Yeah, that is, I
Yes.
guess that is today. Well, be careful, everybody.
But I know, everybody watch out. So instead of doing that, we're going to celebrate Pie tomorrow, because yesterday was Pie Day because of 3.14, March 14th. So we'll be ranking our favorite pies. And we'll need you to chime in on what your favorite pies are.
Okay.
And then it is time for Giving Tuesday. Does that seem about right? You
Yeah,
talking about
I
all
think
that?
all of
Okay.
that sounds right. I
Okay.
love all of this so incredibly much. All right. Well, this is going to be great. Oh, wow. Is this all true? Okay. All
Uh-oh.
right. Sorry.
What's happening?
You just
Let's hear it. What
no,
do you got? No.
everything is fine.
Are we getting breaking
Everything is
news?
fine.
Are you sure?
No,
Is it breaking news you need to talk about? Are you okay?
no, I
Oh.
don't. I don't think so. All right, you
Okay.
keep going. What's
Okay.
next? Oh, we're doing celebrity birthdays now?
Well, I think you know what I think we got to do. I think we got to do a little Treat Ourselves Tuesday. What's our big plan? How are we going to treat ourselves? I can go first if you still need to process what is this just true information that you have come upon. How
Yes.
can I help you?
Nope,
Would
everything
you
is
like me to
fine.
go first? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Yes, please. You go first.
Okay. Yes. All right. So, you guys, it is Treat Yourself Tuesday. Okay. Audra, first off, we're going to go back just a little bit. So, it's also the Ides of March. And Audra is helping me understand this. The day Caesar was prophesied to be killed and then was killed. Oh, I see. Okay. So, it's one thing to be like, today's the Armageddon. And then it doesn't happen. You're like, well, all right. But if they think he was going to be killed and then he was killed. Yeah, no, that's terrifying. Okay. So, yes, do beware the Ides of March. And Stacey, I appreciate you so much. Stacey says ladies first. And I am, according to some, a lady. So yes, I'll go first. Not me. I'm not one of those people who would identify as a lady. I for Treat Yourself Tuesday. What am I doing? I hope I need to figure out. So, you guys, I am obsessed with this new HBO series. Our Flag Means Death. I love it so much. Yet again, the the concept of it is so it's on HBO Max, and the concept is, what if the leadership sort of agenda of Brene Brown. So be kind, be vulnerable, listen, 360 reviews. What if all of that was applied towards a pirate captain? So they're like they pillage and kill and murder, but this guy's just like, let's talk about our feelings. Let's work it out through crafts. Hilarious. I love it so much. But I don't know when new episodes come out. So I'm hoping new episodes come out. And if they don't come out, I can't promise you. Oh, wait, no. I think a new episode of Better Things came out today. I'll either watch Better Things or Our Flag Means Death. And then I gotta get my stuff together as far as food goes. So my hope is that I go grocery shopping today and then I eat a well-balanced meal. But there might be ice cream in my coffee. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm treating myself to either Our Flag Means Death, Better Things, and a healthy meal, or ice cream in my coffee. We'll see.
Okay, Renee, I think this sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I absolutely think this sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear more. I honestly hope that more episodes come because I want you to treat yourself, Renee. I don't think you treat yourself enough things.
Oh, that's I most certainly do. I most certainly do.
Well, I guess the baton is being passed to me.
Yes,
Oh, look at
please.
that. Audra is saying, Renee, zippity doo dah, zip it, zip it, zip it.
Spoilers.
No spoilers.
Spoiler.
On Our Flag Means Death. Wow, these are winning reviews from both Audra and Renee. Like 100% of Get On Up business owners agree that Our Flag Means Death is great.
Is great. Now I wonder, Audra, do you think it's true? Because I didn't know anything about it. I just saw it come up on HBO Max and I was like, what's this? And so I do think it benefited from the I know nothing about this trope. And so I wonder if people were told that it's great, if you would love it so much. But how did you just stumble upon it, or did you go to it because you heard it was good? I just want to like level out people's expectations for it. If the reason that you love it is because you didn't know what it was. But that said, I do recommend it. I'm very much enjoying it with no spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay. All right. Well, we love this. Okay. So here it is.
Yes.
It is. Well, here's what I'm doing for Treat Yourself Tuesday.
Tell me, please do.
You want to know?
I would love nothing more.
I jumped the gun and I did Treat Yourself Monday. I know it doesn't work because of alliteration. So I already had my fun. So it's back to work. So tonight I will be working until I fall asleep, which will hopefully be pretty early. I think, Renee, I love you so much, but I think I've never had such a challenging spring forward before in my life. Usually I just go on about it, but Renee was like warning us for so long. It's like stuck in my head.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, it's funny. It's hilarious. I'm being ridiculous. Renee, when you're not around, I'm the ridiculous one. So I went to the Todrick Hall concert last night in Berkeley. So where do I even begin? I want to try to be kind because I think I'm experiencing a lot of envy in some ways. So I'm trying to be kind. Long story long, my whole entire point is why I'm kind of struggling this morning.
Yes.
Went out on a Monday with some friends. I'm like, what am I doing out on a Monday? I originally said yes because I was supposed to be off this week. Welcome, Tim. Oh, look at this. Tim! Would that be a Molly coddle yourself Monday? Guess it would be. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Tim, I love it so much.
That's exactly what I did. Look at Tim is like, I have to join in for this because I know exactly what happened. So I went, and then I kept saying to my friend, I was like, oh, I'm so tired. It's because of this. I was like, gosh, like it's the spring forward thing. He's like, well, it's 6 o'clock now, so it means your body thinks it's 5 o'clock. What are you doing? Like, there's no the other one where it's like, time wise,
Sure.
it just didn't make sense of honestly why I'm so tired. It's just in my
Makes
head. I
perfect
should have
sense.
more energy as the
Right.
day's going, but I didn't. Anyways, long story long,
Yes.
I already treated myself, and so I'm gonna be off from the day job from Wednesday to Wednesday, and
A gift.
so I will be. But I am packing in 5 days of work into 2 days. So,
Yeah.
and yesterday I went to the concert. So tonight it is a treat yourself to some work night.
Do some work. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm excited for the long week off from work. But I'm sorry. That is always. I tell you what, man. If we got any kids listening, growing up, whew, yeah. Because it is so much work before you leave, and then you come back to so much work, and I don't understand how that's possible. How is it on both sides? It's nutty. But I am sorry that is happening. But I'm very excited for you to take Wednesday off. So I like
Well,
that.
thank
I
you.
like
Wednesday
that
to
part.
Wednesday, I'll have 8
Yep.
days, eight glorious days. So,
Ah,
all right. Well, I think it is time for our celebrity birthdays. Celebrity
yeah.
birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
ya. Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday. I decided to take bass. I'm taking bass this morning. Happy birthday.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you had Murderous Jennifer Hudson in you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
I
you.
like
Renee,
it.
that's terrifying. No, it's bass. I'm just taking the bottom part. It's not terrifying. Happy
I don't.
birthday.
And that is everybody how Renee was kicked out of the youth children's
That's how it
choir.
happened. That's how it happened. Exactly. No more soprano for me. I want those bass. Boom, 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 boom. They look like they're having fun over there. I want in. You have to
Oh,
be able to hit the notes,
Renee.
baby.
I,
Details.
no, just hit the bass. Just hit the bass. Just go deep. All right. Renee, it is
Yes.
our I'm gonna say our Eva Longoria's birthday. She's turning 47. She is
Happy
turning
birthday to
47.
our Eva Longoria. Now, get on numbers. You know what this means. So we're about ready to. Renee, you're not very good at singing bass. Yes, Stacy. Yep. Correct. Yes, that is true, Stacy.
Now
But
remember,
you know what else?
Stacey
I'm
is
not very good at
always
birthday trivia. So
Stacey is just always
I need
wanting
some
you to
help.
do your best, and she's,
Yeah.
your momager who's like, no,
Yeah.
Renee,
Listen.
here's what you're good at, and here's what you're
Right.
not.
Here's what you're not good at. So let's stay away
Stick
from
to
singing that bass. Yes.
But yes, as
Eva
Renee was
Longoria.
yes, so it is celebrity birthday quiz. I forgot to explain what it is we're doing here. Remember when I said I got like 5 hours of sleep last
You
night?
nailed it.
Well,
You're
this
nailing it.
is
You're
what
killing
is happening. So it is celebrity birthday quiz. We're gonna trivia you. That's how that word is
it.
used.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yep.
trivia you
Absolutely.
on
Yes.
these
Don't correct
celebrities.
yourself. You got it right.
And you all chime on in what you think the right answer is. What you think the right answer is. It will help Renee out. It's teamwork. It does make the dream work. The data shows teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. All right.
Yes. I just want
Okay.
Brene Brown to say that. And we did thousands and thousands of interviews and collected piles and piles of data, and the data shows teamwork does make the
Teamwork
dream
makes the
work.
dream work. Yep. All right. We know her. We love her from Desperate Housewives, which was on ABC. What
Yes.
other show was she also a producer on that was also on ABC for 4 seasons, starring
Ooh.
and
Okay. Yes. A quiz is Stacy. Okay, so she produced a show that was on ABC for 4 seasons,
it
starring
went for 4 seasons. It was a great show. People love it. I
Okay.
think we definitely talked about the show before. One of the actors who was on the show had a birthday. Actually, 2 of them. Okay, how about this? One of the
Yes.
actors who was on the show, I went up to her and I said, "I'm so sorry your show got canceled."
Oh,
And she
sure.
said,
Yeah.
"Me
Okay.
too." So it was
Right.
it ended nicely.
What was the
Ooh,
name of her show? I don't remember. Cristela Alonso is who you're talking about. Cristela, right? Oh,
Nope,
no.
nope, nope,
Oh,
nope, nope. Yeah,
oh,
I can't give you the hint of who I'm actually
okay.
talking
I
about.
no, I get
But
Tim
Timmy,
is saying devious maids. Do we like that? Is
okay,
that right? Is that the answer?
you know what? My question was so vague because I kind of made it up on the spot because I thought
I
the original one would be too obvious of what show was she
okay.
on. Y'all would be like Desperate Housewives,
Of
and
course. I get
I
you.
don't like it to make it too easy for
You
y'all.
don't like crazy.
But
I
Tim
get
is
it.
right. She was a producer on Devious Maids. I was looking for Ugly Betty, and I don't know if it was
Okay.
her or Salma Hayek was a producer on that, but I do think it was her. I do think it was
Okay.
her. I know there was a
Great.
high
Perfect.
profile Latina actress who was a producer on it. But yeah, Devious Maids, I think she also helped produce Ugly Betty or Betty La Fea, as it is known in its
Okay.
country of origin. It was a
Okay.
telenovela. Betty La Fea. Ah, all right.
Great.
Well, happy
Well, and
birthday
it
to
brought us
Eva
to Ugly
Longoria.
Betty, which we need to celebrate. A great show. A
I
great show.
just why went it canceled way too soon.
Yeah,
4
I know.
seasons,
I
oh
know.
my gosh.
I
It is
got it wrong.
it's also Mark McGrath's birthday. Oh wow, Sarah's coming in with the heat today. Usually I
Okay.
have to turn it up, but Sarah was like, "Nope.
There
You
you go.
think you know
Here's a
Mark
fun one for
McGrath."
you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, before Sugar Ray, what band was he in?
Ooh,
Before Sugar Ray, what band was he in?
do we know this, you guys? What band
Yeah.
was Mark McGrath in? What band was Sugar Ray in before Sugar Ray was Sugar Ray? What band was Mark McGrath in before Sugar Ray? I don't know. Do you guys want to go with NSYNC? Boys to Men?
Ooh, I think is it wait, please
Wasn't
go
in
with
Boys to Men.
no, please lock in that answer, Renee.
I will not. I'll do no such thing. I don't know. Which one? Okay. Tim says Mickey Mouse Club and Audra says Smashing Pumpkins,
Ooh.
and they're both perfect answers. So we're gonna go with the Mickey Mouse Club Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes, all right, the Mickey Pumpkins or the
Yes.
Smashing Mouse Club. Ooh, that's a good
Yes.
band.
Ooh, that is a pretty good band.
We were looking for Beef. No, Camp Freddy. Camp Freddy was the answer that we're looking for. I have a follow-up
Okay.
question. This will be a shot in the dark. We'll see. Maybe you know. What,
Let's
and
see.
that's kind of tricky. What reality TV show was he on a celebrity edition and he came in third place?
Oh, look at that. You love Big Brother, so let's go with Big Brother because
Dang,
you're so
Renee's
familiar with it.
not even consulting the audience.
Yes, sorry,
Wow.
get on up first. I fact that I think you know about Jam is that he's got every season of Big Brother memorized to an impressive degree. Andra says, I also agree, Big Brother. I think you know everything about everything, but the show that I know you follow in a way that you would know such a thing is Big Brother. So Big Brother?
Well, he was also on Celebrity Apprentice, but the answer I was looking
Okay.
for was Big Brother.
Look at that. Okay. And he came in third. Is third good? Is that a good thing on
Third
Big
is
Brother?
good. I mean, you don't take home any money from third. Only first and second place becomes Rock and Roll Jeopardy. But Tim, you might have been
Oh,
right.
that's
He
funny.
maybe was on Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Is that a thing? It should be.
It should be.
So he was on Big Brother. He made it to third place. Third place is really good. You know who was also recently on Big Brother?
Who?
Todrick Hall, and I went to go see him last night. And here's the thing. I should not have watched him on Big Brother and then go see him on his concert because he's just not a great, nice person.
Fair.
Just gameplay. And I feel like sometimes these shows, I know how I can imagine how stressful they are.
Right.
But I do think that when you are pushed, these shows show you who you really are. And he was like, I
Right.
got a bad edit. And people were like, there were 24/7 live feeds. So
Yeah. There was opportunity
there's
for you to be better.
There's
Yeah.
there's no there's no yeah, so it's just one of those things, like, he had the opportunity, like, everyone was, like, wanting to be Todrick's friend and align with him on the show,
Sure.
and then he just was like, "I have to get this person out." They're like, "But they're your friend," like, they know each other outside, like, Carson Kressley
Yeah.
from Queer Eye from the Straight Guy is like, "Oh, my friend is here," and then Todrick immediately is like, "I have to get him out. There can only be one gay man in this house," and it's like, you
Mm.
could just be friends. And he spent the entire show trying to get Carson out. And and then came in second place and didn't get a single vote from anybody who had seen the entire season. Like all the people who had voted
Right.
out, they went home, watched the show, and they're like, this guy is
Huh.
not great. And then the only person who
Yeah.
gave him a vote was the person who just got kicked out and hadn't had time to see the tape. So it just
Okay.
reminds me back to what Renee says, being nice, it takes longer, but it'll get you there. Is that what you say?
Yeah, exactly. Kindness takes longer, but it works better.
See, that's the
It's yeah.
thing. I'm trying to remember that, but I
No, but
just
that's
trying to think that. But I also think too, Renee, to your point, maybe I
yeah.
don't, if that's what it takes to be in this industry, just devouring of souls and everyone that stands in your way, maybe I
Yeah.
don't have it in me. Maybe that's the thing, or maybe I don't truly believe in myself. So as I was
Yes.
sitting there watching the concert, being completely envious and laughing and giggling with a friend of mine
Of
who
course.
also saw Big Brother, and like when
Right.
lights weren't working, we were like, God don't like ugly. Like we were just
Did you get the cheer going? Did you get the crowd to chant that?
God don't like ugly. God don't like
God,
ugly.
oh my God.
Like they couldn't get the LED screen in the background to work for like 30 minutes. And the show was 2
So
hours
funny.
plus an intermission. Like,
Oh
okay, it's
boy.
Monday
That
night.
intermission's wild, especially at an intermission at a concert is bold. That's impressive. Theater, I'll take it on the livelong day. A concert, what are you doing?
This
I am
is some of it
standing. Yeah.
felt like the ego of it a little bit, and also like not known for paying his dancers. So it just
Oh, bud.
it
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I
Okay.
recognize though some envy might be here. So I am checking that. But I'm rooting for him, a black gay artist. I just wish that,
Right.
be kinder and do better and
Yeah.
you
But the
know.
awareness that you have around this is profound. I'm so just across the board, I'm so proud of you. I think that you have the it factor. I think you have star quality. I think I've said it to you since the day I met you. I think you should be a star. And now I'm worried that you have to pulverize everything in front of you. I do believe, but there's plenty of people who are kind who make it too. I think that they're
That's what I
the
want to
people who
do. I
pulverize
want to
make it.
win with kindness. I want to win with
Yeah.
kindness. So, anyways, welcome to Penelope and
Penelope.
Dante, and Beth Channel has also joined. We got quite the Get On Up bunch,
It's a good
and
team
I think we
this
have
morning.
one more trivia question for you all. We have it is Will I Am's 48th birthday. Will I Am's 40th birthday. Softball question, because I want you to go into this
With
feeling.
a win on our side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be two questions. Can we name
Okay.
the music group that he is a part of and started?
Yes. Get on
Okay.
uppers. Are we ready for it? Are we ready for it? Are we ready for it? Are you beginning that we are celebrity birthday? Yes, the celebrity birthday celebrations. We're doing it, Stacey. This is our last one. So Will I Am, Get on Uppers, what band was he in? Jam knows and has admittedly made us a softball. That's right. Audra got it. Audra got it. Do we have anybody else who wants to be like, yeah, I also knew the Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas. That's right. The Black Eyed Peas. Now your real question.
Yes.
He was in what superhero movie was he in? It was a failed superhero movie. Which one? And it was a failed superhero movie, part of a very popular franchise. And people are like, we don't like this film.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
superhero movie, we don't like this film. Popular franchise. Will you give us hints? Was it DC or Marvel, or was it an independent X?
Oh,
You can't do it.
it. What I can, but I can't because it might be a little confusing. I don't want to lead you down a dark path.
Fair. Okay. Okay.
It was. How about this? It wasn't. It wasn't DC. But keep in mind, this came out in a time period where I think you. I don't even think you had maybe. So there's there. Remember how Marvel had to sell all the rights to all of like their things.
Right. Yeah.
So
And then they had to
Sony
buy it all
owns
back.
like Spider-Man things. Fox owned X-Men type things, and
Right.
then and then Universal had like the Hulk, and then Marvel had some of their own stuff. So it's
Right.
not DC, but it is one of the many Marvel-y
the
things back
got
when
sold
Marvel
and
didn't
is out and
own
about.
all of their rights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on numbers. Do we know what superhero thing was Will.i.am in that didn't do well? I genuinely
And
don't
people didn't
know.
like
I'm
it.
so
It was
sorry.
a spin-off. No, you don't have to apologize for
Okay.
anything. I'm glad you don't know. What a world to live in. No one should know this. He was in the not great first spin-off movie from the X-Men franchise, Wolverine, the first Wolverine
Oh, look at that.
Origins.
You know what's so
He
funny is
was
I've
in,
seen both Wolverines. I
well,
know.
there's
Because Hugh
3.
Jackman's a Broadway guy. That's why.
No, well, there's 3, so maybe you missed the first one.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's not
Possibly.
good.
Okay.
It's not good.
I
Brian
remember
Reynolds is in
walking away
it.
being like, "You got some nice muscles." And what would it be like to just be like,
Cha-ching! Painful,
yeah.
absolutely painful. So there are you probably saw Logan and maybe you saw The Wolverine and hopefully you skipped Wolverine
Yeah.
Origins, which was a hot mess
Yeah,
of a
I
movie.
did skip that. You're right. And I
See?
think maybe
You
now
did it
that I think
right.
about it, I only saw Logan.
Probably. Yeah.
All
Good
right. Well,
film.
happy birthday to Willie. How old's William? What birthday we celebrating?
48.
48th birthday. I love it. Tim got it. Was the X-Men Originals Wolverine. I'm telling you, we have
Dang, Tim.
ever they let us do like virtual trivia at trivia night, I'm bringing my get on numbers because we'll win.
Oh
Not
yeah.
because of
No.
me, but because I brought the laptop with the answers, which is my get on numbers.
Renee, you had the idea, so that's
Thank you. Some of us
No,
are orchestrators. Love it.
and Stacey, you've seen the Wolverine movies. Be honest, that first one, not great at all. Even Hugh Jackman is like, what first Wolverine movie? We tried to make the first one, skipped it, and then went right to 2 and 3. Right to 2 and 3.
We love it. We love it. Very funny.
All right. Well,
Yes.
here we are. Are we playing? What are we doing next? Is this 2 truths and a lie? Is that where we
Oh
are?
gosh,
We gotta.
I don't want to play because I don't want to lose everybody's respect, but we have to. It's on the list. We have to.
We gotta do it.
So it is time for 2 truths and a lie, wherein we give you 2 truths about ourselves and 1 lie, and you guys try to figure out which one is the lie. It's a little get to know us game, and I don't want to play because I don't want you to learn this part of me. But we're in it now, and I think I might have suggested it. So that's
No, I suggested it,
what
and
you get.
you, with all the enthusiasm, were like, "Yes!" I
This
was
is
like,
my
"Wow,
entire
Renee,
personality.
are we
Yes.
really going here? This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna
Yeah.
be so terrible. Oh my
Yes.
gosh." So
I
before we
yeah.
jump in, get on uppers. Renee and I are gonna share some truths. We're gonna share some unrequited love stories. If you all have any as well, would you like to chime in, or if you've ever been on that side of it, like you've been like, "Ooh, I love this person so much," and here's the crazy thing I did, or like been there. Please and give us that support we're longing for as we tell you our less pretty stories of ourselves. All right, Renee, you want to kick us
Yes.
off?
I honestly have blocked a lot of this out. Unrequited love has been my entire identity. That's been entirely me up until 2018. That is where it ended. And the way that it ended is I just haven't dated anybody since, which I think is good. I think that's progress if we just had to like clean the slate in a way
Uh-huh.
that makes it never again. But the amount of unrequited love, the way that I love people is I will be like, you will love me. Uh, and they're just like, no, please leave me alone. So, okay. So, first thing, it was a birthday. No, it wasn't because it was mutual gifts. I honestly have blocked a lot of this out. So, yeah. So, it had to be like Christmas, maybe. So they were into comic books. So, the links with which I genuinely don't remember what this first issue comic book was, but the amount of searching, the amount of calling, the amount of finding comic book stores and then so I drove like 4 hours away to grab this one issue of a comic book. They were super into dinosaurs, so I got them a fossil, like like an actual the amount of money that was spent for this. And then there was something else that was like super, super special and like a little thing that I put. So like all this work went into it, all this money went into it, all this time went into it. There you go. Merry Christmas. And I got socks.
No. Were you Were you dating this person? You were
Yeah.
dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so I think that's how we learned that love was unrequited.
Okay, number
Socks.
one.
Socks. That's number one.
Chris,
Okay.
the gift of the Magi. That's not even a gift of
Yes.
the Magi. That's just
Yeah.
like
A comic
unrequited
book, a
gift giving.
fossil, and then and I think it was just like this really expensive shirt that we were out shopping, and they were like, "I like this," and I said, "Well, I'm gonna get it." So that was just very, very, very funny to have socks for that. The other one, I might have told the story already around Valentine's Day, but I had a crush on somebody I worked with at the theme park, and it was Valentine's Day, and so I put together like this gorgeous, like all the things that you would put in a Valentine's bag, like all the cookies and all the treats and all the things, into this beautiful box. And then we worked at a theme park. And I don't know if you've ever tried to park at a theme park, but it is very, 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 very vast. So I drove all over the parking lot to find his car. And then I put the box on his car. And he ended up calling security because he just saw an unidentified box on his car. And then he didn't say anything about it. And I was just like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. Was there anything on your car?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, security took it. I don't know." And I was like,
What was in the box? Gwyneth
It was
Paltrow's
like
head.
it was just like a bunch of like cookies stuff, but like ones that I had made and like painstakingly gone to like figure out what your favorite treat is. And it was beautiful. The presentation was beautiful. And that was tricky. That
Were you
was,
dating this
uh,
guy?
no, that one, kind of like I had gone
Okay.
on dates with this guy,
Okay.
but
Right.
I think he'd be very quick. Both guys, I think, would be very quick to be like casually. Um, Mortifying. Mortifying.
What's your lie? I mean, what's your last one?
You're right. I am a tell. My lies always last, so you guys know which one it was. And then my last one is that I was no, this is true. I just wasn't dating them. With this guy, like one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, I need a dog sitter. Oh God, I need a dog sitter." I was like, "I got you. I can do it." So we brought over this like adorable, very sweet 75-pound pit bull, but this dog, like you could smell from 2 blocks away. So I like washed the dog. I got the dog new food. I took care of the dog perfectly. And then the guy was gone 3 days longer than he said it was gonna be.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
just unrequited friendship, I guess.
God.
And
If that
then
had
dating.
actually happened, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I can't believe it. All right,
Yeah.
get it uppers. Which one do we think is the lie? Even though Renee, I think because Renee was so
Full blown
blinded by
told
the
you.
trauma
Yeah.
of this experience, she threw the game out the window and forgot
Listen to the
what
3
the
things,
game
the stupid
was.
things I've done. Yes.
Get it uppers. Which one do we think is the lie? I mean, she already told us. One, the gift giving of she gave them comics and fossils and they gave her socks on Christmas. Or two, bomb cookies. She placed what looked like bombs on this guy's car. And then the third one, the one that she told us was the lie. Which one do we think is what's the lie?
It's the one
And
I
you know what?
think
I
it's
do want to say that Audra has said, I have so many stories. I'm right there with you. Renee, when you're talking the gift giving one, Audra mentioned,
oh,
OMG, I am
Audra, I
so
feel
relating so hard to this.
so
Tim
seen and
also
so heard.
chimed in. Gifts always seem to be such a minefield in relationships. Absolutely. I
They're the
think
worst.
sometimes, like, I know for myself, similar to Renee, I like will put too much thought into the gifts that I'm giving and like spend all my time, money, and resources. And then the person is just like, here's a bag of potato chips. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but I got you
So
and I
hurtful.
went
It's so
over here.
embarrassing. It's
Yeah.
so embarrassing. But I feel so seen by both you and Audra and Tim being so sweet. You guys are the kindness. I really thought I was gonna lose everybody from this, and you're just like, that's too
Well,
pathetic,
look at
Renee.
this.
Too pathetic.
Tim, maybe
Yeah.
Renee is playing a con with us in this game and she's doing better
Ooh,
than we think. Because Tim is coming in the last minute if we locked in our answers. And Tim said, I
yes.
kind of hope that they're all lies, but the bomb one seems least likely.
I know.
Maybe Renee is
Mm.
banking on the fact that she is a real life Amelia Bedelia. And she's like, this is how y'all see me, and I'm gonna. But I do think that's just something that would happen to Renee. And if it's
Yep.
not, it's a great
Yep.
story. Please put it in your sitcom coming to
Thank you.
ABC soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, it's the dog, and then did happen, but I wasn't trying to have a crush on this guy. He was just an annoying coworker, and I felt bad for the dog.
Well, there it is.
And that's it.
Oh, look
That's
at this. Okay, Audra, I misread
okay.
this. I thought it was like, oh, Audra's husband is not a great gift giver. So we kind of go through that every birthday and Christmas.
I don't want to stereotype any type of person, but in general, I don't think guys are great at give. I don't think
I'm
it's their act.
fantastic
You
at gift
are.
giving.
You are.
I
I don't know if
am
straight guys are
so
great. Yeah.
good and thoughtful. Well,
Oh, I believe
to
it.
some
Yeah.
people. Like if I'm not dating you, you're just getting a
Right.
gift card.
Of
Or if I
course.
see like an interesting book that I'm like, you need to read this. Sometimes with books,
Right.
I'm just like trying to change people. So it can be a little bit
I
like,
appreciate that.
ugh,
Yep.
Atomic Habits. Get your life together.
This is great. That's
So
very, very fair.
sometimes.
So I don't know. I stay tuned. But
For the
I
next installment
think
for when
because
Renee
a
goes too
therapist will
far
be
with
very
man.
quick to be like, you can't think your way out of a problem. You have to experience your way out of a problem. But I don't know, I've not seen me do that in 4 years. I haven't seen me do that in 2 years. I tend to assess people pretty well and just be like, well, that is not reciprocal. And so I am leaving.
Renee's the best. They keep missing out. Okay, here is mine. I can't believe. I wish that Renee had agreed to this, but of course she would. Why did we decide to do this? All right, don't judge me. Get on up first.
I'm pretty sure I requested it.
So I'm back on. I'm back on brand. I'm doing 3 truths and a lie. So there'll be 4 things that I'll be.
Good. We've established a pattern.
No,
like
last week I did 2 truths and a lie. I did mission accomplished.
You did it right. You're also doing it right this way. Any way you play is right. Honestly, this is all a facade to just be like, hey, get on up, learn about us. So any way you want to play is the right way.
Right. Okay, when I was in college and first coming out, a little baby gay, the most out, one of the most out, coolest person, Travis, who ran the show called Queer Fashion Show. Anyways, I didn't really see I had a boyfriend, but I was studying Shakespeare at the time, and we are doing the sonnets, and 5 of the sonnets are pretty gay. They're like, oh, Shakespeare wrote this about men, this guy that he was crushing on. And so I was like, oh, perfect. And so what I was doing is I was leaving sonnets. I would type out sonnets and I would leave them. And this is actually before it fully came out, actually, as I am recalling. I had it fully come out. I was on my way and I was so attracted to Travis. I was typing out sonnets and leaving them on his door. And I was known as the sonneteer. There was even his friend, a mutual friend of ours, was doing a radio show program at the campus radio station and was like, oh, let's talk about the sonneteer. And so they were talking about, it was me.
I love it. I couldn't.
But Travis had came out shortly after, and Travis was like, oh, I have a boyfriend, and awkward.
Do we still have any of those sonnets, do you think?
No.
Okay. All right.
But I could be lying. Is that true? Is that true? Also in college, so now I am out and I am like, everyone's like, ooh, yay, like you're doing it, just so supportive. I went to UC Santa Cruz and I ended up choreographing the finale piece to the Queer Fashion Show, which is unheard of for a freshman to do it. And the senior Lucas was like, look at Tim, sounds like the Riddler of love. Did you just recently watch The Batman as well, Tim? Because the Riddler is in it.
What I would give to have a love letter done.
Batman. Rosa red, violets are blue. I love you.
Hilarious. No, that's exactly what the Riddler would say. But could you, instead of typing it out, can you use those ransom note magazine? Does Riddler do that? Am I making that up?
He can in Renee's version. Could you imagine it's a love poem but cut out in those magazine
in a terrifying ransom way.
And it's a sonnet. It's definitely a death wish, a death message. That would be something that Renee would definitely have done. I'm like, I don't want them to know it's me. And then they're like, I found this. There's this. I think it's a bomb on my car because I found this note. I didn't open it. Roses are red,
So,
violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, and so are you. Oh my God, it's a sugar bomb. Oh God.
Oh, we love it. We love it. I also haven't ever allowed myself to think about somebody like true, like ransom. Like your intent is crime. Your intent is to con and scam, but you've done a little bit of crafting right beforehand. Just, we contain
Oh,
multitudes.
you got to go to the store to go pick up a bunch of magazines. Which magazines do you pick? You're like, Bridal Tomorrow. Ooh, travel. Ooh, Oh
Please, someone make
Magazine.
that
You're
comedy
using
sketch for
Oprah's
me.
magazine? Oh
Oh
my
man,
gosh.
that's
Oh
fun.
shoot, I gotta go
Yeah,
pick up
the
some
origin story of
magazines.
a
So they
ransom note.
thumb through. Uh-huh. Oh, I gotta get some paper.
Wait, will you do, it didn't go like like he messed up a letter, and he's frustrated because his project doesn't look right? "Oh, no. Oh, no, not the R.
Oh
Oh,
my
no."
God. I ruined it. Oh, I put the R on the wrong spot. I gotta start over to the end. These sonnets are so long. Back to go get some store magazine.
I'm delighted
All
by
right.
it. This is a very fun scenario for me.
All right. Two truths and a lie. We're still on it. So I was a sonneteer. Could be true. Could be not.
Yeah. All right.
Second one I was telling before I distracted myself. So I'm choreographing the queer fashion show finale. Lucas, the senior, is like, hey, here you. And like Lucas is like, you thought Travis was like queen of the gays. Like Lucas is like the epitome. And Lucas is
Okay.
like, I want in your finale piece. And I'm like, well, you're behind. You have to have private rehearsals with me. So we had private rehearsals and I'm feeling myself. And I say, hey, we should go out on a date sometime. And
Yeah.
Lucas is like, let's just focus on the dance.
Oh, no.
So then we
Yeah.
did, and I was had such a crush on him, so bad. And
I
yeah, this is
would
why,
have crawled
yeah.
into a hole. I would change schools.
I was a freshman, he was a
Mhm.
senior. I mean, what are you gonna do?
No, but that's well, his loss, obviously. Obviously. Let's just focus on the dance. Buh. Duh.
But maybe I'm
Yeah.
lying. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying.
Maybe you're lying. Maybe you're
I
lying. Yes. Yes.
I had met this guy. I met him. I met him here. He was on vacation. He was living in Portland, and we hit it off so much. And I think I just kind of misread some of the things he was, and I ended up, long story long, I ended up moving
Yeah.
to Portland to be with him. And even though he was like, "Don't move to Portland for me," and I got there shortly, and it just fizzled out and didn't really work out. But I was only in Portland for 3 months, then I moved back.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
Most recently, I was on a call with a partner, like someone who we're going to partner with doing diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Why are you laughing?
Because I love you so much. Because we are friends outside of this show.
So oh, look at this. Audra just said, if that's true, I just got chills from how
Yeah.
cold that was. Dang, Lucas.
Dang, Lucas.
My
Yeah.
last one, my three truths and a lie.
Mhm.
I'm working with a partner that we're going to work with to do a diversity training at work. I hop in. This guy is beautiful. Apparently lives near me. We're on a Zoom call, lives near me. My other colleague jumps on. She's like, I don't think I should be here. You two are really hitting it off. She gets out of there. We're hitting it off. My heart is like singing. My friend is typing to me on Slack of like, you got to ask him out. You got to ask him out. Like she's like, you guys are going to get married and you're going to quit this job and go start your own business together. And I am in it. And then
Yeah.
I do a little Facebook search afterwards. I'm just like, well, we're gonna get married. And then I see that he is dating a friend of mine who's a go-go dancer and a fitness instructor.
Ugh.
I worked myself into such a tizzy over this because I was like, oh my God, I just found my true love. And then,
Uh-huh.
oh no, he's with this very, very hot guy. They look so cute together. I would never interrupt that. and then I passed out. I worked myself into such a tizzy. I took
And take a little
a
snooze.
power
And take a
nap.
little
I have a fainting couch, actually. I did collapse on it.
Yeah, you
Okay,
should. Yes.
so those are my stories. I was a
So
sonneteer.
good.
Lucas just wants to focus on the dance. I moved to
Uh-huh,
Portland for a guy. What was I thinking?
uh-huh.
Um, or guys dating
Or
Chad.
or this one, or this one. Okay. Well, and again, Get On Up is we're at a little bit of I'm in an advantage because I am friends with Jam outside of this. So some of these I know are true. I think and Get On Uppers, I want to hear which one you think. First off, how charming are all of these stories? I agree, Audra. I think that someone moved to Portland for you. I think you've told this story before of you were just like, don't do that. Do not move for me. Do not move for me. And then they move for you and then it didn't work out. And you're like, I told you. So I think that happened, but I think the roles are reversed. Yeah, oh God, yeah. I absolutely did that. I moved to well, my high school sweetheart went to Caltech. You guys know that. So I moved out to California for him. But we were 18. So of course that didn't stick. But in general, do not move for a guy. It won't work.
Don't do it.
Don't
Do not
move for
do it.
anyone but you. So yes,
Mhm.
I think Audra and I are in agreement that it is the Portland one is a lie. I think there's truth within that lie, but I don't think you were the one that moved. Final answer.
All right.
Mhm.
Answers are in. Answers are in. Yes, absolutely. That did not. Someone moved from Portland to San Francisco for me. I was like, "Do not move here for me," and then they did it.
Right.
There's another guy that I had met recently who is living in Fort Lauderdale. Is trying to get. I'm like, I'm not even gonna come and visit you. Like, I no. This is no, 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 no. But yes, all this. I did recently faint, falling in and out of love within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And Lucas and I are friends. We hang out. I still have a crush. I hope he never
Yeah.
sees this. He lives in LA. Lives in
I can't
LA.
Lucas. He knows. Jim, I think the problem with you is you are so handsome, and smart and talented and funny. I think you're a little intimidating to people. I would
I
be.
do. Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't
All
I wouldn't be
right.
able to keep up
Sure.
with you. And as far as this unrequited meet cute that happened on Friday. Was that just Friday that
It's
happened?
Friday. Yes.
I
Yeah.
know. I think life is long and things change. So
And then I went to the
just
gym
feel
and
it out.
his
Yeah.
boyfriend's picture was everywhere. Is you want personal training with Chad? And then I look over and there's Chad. And
Yeah.
he's a local sweetheart, cute, adorable. Everyone loves him. He's
Okay.
great. And look, Audra
Fine.
almost moved to Ohio, which is a nice enough state, but it's not California. Yes.
That's true.
Audra,
That's true.
you made the
Don't
right
move for
decision.
boys.
And Audra,
Yeah.
I believe this guy that you almost moved to Ohio with is not your husband. So you chose right. You
Yeah.
chose right.
You did it
Because look who you're
correctly.
with. Sure, he doesn't
Right.
give gifts, but that's not why you're there.
No.
Doesn't figure
It's
it out.
it's just I just think that that's not when it is not their skill set, they don't try. And I think girls like to be like, I know this, and this about you, so this gift would work. I don't know. I can't explain why. I can't explain
And
why,
see,
but
look, Audra knows, but
yeah,
he's very
what
much
a
not who
disaster.
your
Yeah.
delightful, amazing husband. It would have been such a disaster. You
Yeah.
dodged it. You dodged the bullet. Your husband is amazing, man. Oh,
He's too
I love
practical to
that.
give fun
He's
gifts.
just
Yeah.
fun gifts.
I
Yeah.
respect that, honestly. And the older I get, the more I'm the same. With the exception of your gorgeous, amazing, made my entire day Valentine's Day flowers. I'm not really a flower person. Unless they
Right.
come from somebody who you get it. You get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Love it.
Okay, well, let's do you know whose birthday it also would have been today?
Who?
Ruth Bader
Who?
Ginsburg's birthday.
Happy birthday, RBG.
RBG,
Happy birthday.
RBG. She would have been
RBG.
89 today. 89.
Look at
And
that.
I thought it'd be fun if we use her today for our Women's History Month moment today. I
Yeah.
thought that would be pretty
Oh,
fun.
fun.
Sarah and I have collaborated on some facts for you. I definitely recommend if you've not seen the documentary about her, Notorious RBG, definitely check it out. So good.
Okay.
Also, it's a kind of a good movie. You kind of want to go more on the basis of sex, starring
Mhm.
what's her face? She was in Star Wars Rogue One. Felicity, not Huffman. Felicity Jones.
Probably. Sounds right.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's the show called?
On the Basis of Sex was the movie. And I want to say it was Felicity Jones. Am I on correct?
Let's
Is James correct
see.
on the
Yes,
basis?
Felicity Jones. You nailed it. Great. Good job. You got it. Ooh, you are
Yeah,
good.
man.
You are good. You are good.
But we have some information about RBG. There's an article that I found. It's 15 ways RBG made history. So we're going to touch on some of those. But just to give
Amazing.
you a little bit of backstory about her, she was the first Jewish woman and the second woman to serve on the Supreme Court. Yes, and perfect. And she was born Joan Ruth Bader on March 15th, 1993 in Brooklyn, New York. So that is the basis of what we're going to jump into here too. So it's a cute little article. She graduated first in her class from Columbia Law School. So that was pretty cool. She battled and overcame sexism personally. She was always having to like overcome these things. You can imagine in those early days and early years, she was like one of only. Yes, Audra, happy birthday, RBG. Rest in power. Rest in power. She was the first person on both the Harvard and Columbia Law Reviews, which is pretty dope. She became the second law professor at Rutgers, and she fought for equal pay. She also co-founded the first law journal on women's rights. She became the first tenured female law professor at Columbia. She this resume. I mean, I'm only at 6.
Yeah, my God. I think if we go through all the, like, that's just the rest of the show, but these are good highlights.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
She co-founded the Women's Rights Project at the ACLU. She argued 6 cases before the Supreme Court and won 5. And so if you do watch On the Basis of Sex, it's that first one that she argues. And it's just a really clever way that she did it, because essentially she was showing, because the way that laws are set up, that sexism was affecting, and this is the kind of messed up thing.
Right.
She was showing how sexism was affecting this man. And then people were like, oh, okay, well, we don't like that. Like the way that the laws were turned, that this man, his wife was in the army. I think she had passed away, and he wasn't getting any spousal support. And usually spousal, if you're a woman, you would get some sort of spousal support, and he wasn't getting that. And so that was her plaintiff, to show that this law, and once you make the law lay the land for one gender, it becomes the law land for everybody. But she had to use a man for these men to have empathy of like, oh, okay, well, this isn't all right. Well, there's nothing about it. So smart woman. She is one of only 4 female justices in history. She had she's the one that had "In the Year of Our Lord" removed from Supreme Court bar certificates. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Separation of church and state. She had many impassioned dissents. I think one of my favorite ones is when she was, they dismantled voting rights, the Voting Rights Act. They were dismantling it, and she was like, "You don't throw your umbrella out. You don't throw your umbrella away just because you're not getting wet in the moment."
Wow. Yeah. Yep. It's accurate.
She was the
yes.
Yes, and she was the first justice to officiate a same-sex marriage. Her and her daughter became the first mother-daughter to teach law on the same law faculty. And she's the only Supreme Court justice to become a pop culture icon. There's t-shirts. No one's running around with Breyer.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're really not. So those are some high level ones. Is there anything that I'm curious, Gun Uppers, for you all? Anything that sticks out to you about Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Anything you know? Is there any like facts or anything that kind of stick out to you?
Yeah, I am so curious about it. Now, I would love for this to be like a little bit of a conversation. Some of the things that I've heard is some frustration with her holding her position at the Supreme Court for as long as she did until she died. And so I think that there's so much good to be celebrated and done there, but there's also, boy, people love to be like, well, but. So I've heard the buts about it, but
yeah, and listen, I don't agree with all of her decisions and how
Of
she,
course.
she
Yeah.
was also she was appointed by Bill Clinton, and she was appointed by Bill Clinton, which is also a point in. I recently watched. We'll talk about this later in the week, but I recently watched
Yeah.
Finished Impeachment, and I've gone down a Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton rabbit hole. I am now listening to a
Interesting.
companion podcast. It's
Oh,
like I'm back in
excuse
the 90s.
moi.
It's wild. And
This
like
sounds
even
like
Tim
a
points out,
solid rec. I should get into it? You wholeheartedly
yeah.
recommend impeachment? Okay.
It's good impeachment. And
Okay.
then listen to this podcast that goes in even
Okay.
deeper into it. It's
Okay.
very fascinating. Like we were just, running around playing
Right.
hopscotch, not, it's all the nuances of it. I think we're just going over my head as a little lad. And Tim is right. She was a fighter until the very end. That's for
Yeah.
sure. I think politics are so tricky. When
Mhm.
when you're justice, when you get out, and when I think in
Yeah.
general they just shouldn't. No one should have a lifetime appointment. I'm not even gonna
No.
have. I'm sorry, get on uppers. Me hosting this show is not a lifetime appointment. I mean,
This is
eventually,
devastating. Nobody needs to hear this.
James,
This is
you
we can't listen, the world is on fire. This is the last thing anyone needs to hear right now. We need you for the rest of our days, but I hear what you're
at
saying. Good.
some point, James, get out of there. Get on out. Is eventually what that oath sounds. Get on out.
I will not remember this, but for our last show, I do want that to be our sign off, and we just got on out. Delightful. Delightful.
Oh my gosh. But yes, there's so much great information about her. And I think she didn't step down. I think she had assumed that Hillary Clinton was going to be president, and this is what happens when you assume. You just can't. You can't. So yes.
I
Wow.
love it.
There it
Yes.
is. There it
Yeah.
is. Well, thank you
I
Sarah, for helping to put those notes and those images together. RBG, we celebrate you today. And now we're at the halfway point of the show, a little bit over top of the half.
Pew, 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 pew. So excited. And that brings us to your favorite segment and ours called Today I Saw. But hold on. Is
We
there,
we
yes,
have an
go ahead.
announcement. We
We
have
do
an
have an announcement,
announcement
epic
about
announcement,
an
breaking news.
upcoming. Well, first of all, we do want to let y'all know that here on Get On Up, there is going to be March 17th. There's going to be, because it's St. Patrick's Day, and there's going to be a little thing that they're doing here. So here on Backchannel, if you open up at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, it's going to be the premiere of Bedtime Stories. This is a very popular volley app. I don't know if any of y'all have checking it out. Oh man, she's
Yeah.
struggling today.
No,
Have you
no, she's not.
checked it
She's not
out?
wrong. You got to check it out.
That got even better. You gotta checking it out. It's a very popular volley app for if you love stories, you're gonna love this. This is one that's gonna be fun for the whole family. It's a world premiere appearance on Backchannel. Stephen Cosgrove is gonna share one of his favorite St. Patrick's Day stories with parents, kids. Y'all come on in, and if you've been to any of these before, you know that there's going to be a wee quiz. That's the Irish way of saying tiny quiz at the very end of the story. So that'll be fun. And gather the kids. March 17th, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. You just open up Backchannel and you say, "Get me to Backchannel." I guess you're already there, but you open up your Alexa like a compact mirror. Boop, bop, beep,
You
bop.
sure do.
And then you say, open Backchannel, and then you open and you say, "Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm here to win the quiz. I'm not here to make friends." Green
No.
bear, green bear, green
No.
bear.
Yes, 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 yes. Great. Well, and this comes in nicely for people like, well, where do we get it on St. Patrick's Day? Now you got plans. Now you got plans.
Yeah,
It'll be
you're
fun.
like, I had,
Right.
I had nothing to do, and now you'll be right here. Right here.
Oh,
right,
great.
Renee,
So that's Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right?
nailed it. Do you want to
Okay.
kick us off into the Today I Saw
Sure
news?
do. So now we're talking about Today I Saw news, things that we saw in the news. And Jam, I'm wondering, because coming up a little bit later, we're going to talk about Pi Day. And one of the things I saw was like the origin of Pi Day, why we celebrated, all the details about it, the history of it. So remind me, I want to do that one going into Pi.
Perfect. I will absolutely remember this.
Yeah.
This is great. I can't wait to remind you. Absolutely.
We'd love
Renee,
yes,
why
exactly.
do we
In
do
5
Pi
minutes.
Day? Hold
Yeah,
on to
right.
this. This is great.
Exactly.
And
Get
look at
ready.
this.
Get ready.
Renee, I'm sorry, the reviews are in. Ben chiming in. You're hilarious. You
You're
are,
hilarious,
and you
Ben.
are hilarious. Well, thanks, Ben. Thank you.
Ben, so
Ben,
happy to have you.
Ariana, Lourdes, welcome to Get On Up. And look, Stacey's checked it out. Stacey has checked out the story time and the quiz. Stacey, tell the Get On Uppers how much fun it is. And there it is. There it is.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. Listen, it's going to be a packed day. Everybody's got tons of plans. So I guess we're going to move our whole day around to get there, but we'll do it. We'll do it. I believe in us. So today I saw, so when back weeks and weeks ago, we reported that Dolly Parton had been nominated to become part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But yesterday she made a little statement saying, guys, I'm okay. That's fine. I very, very kindly and sweetly, in her beautiful, perfect Dolly Parton statement, she says, I don't feel that I'm worthy of this just yet. So go ahead and take me off the list. And Dave Holmes gave me my very favorite tweet about this, saying, Dolly Parton can feel your repurposed Betty White energy on her, and she's not having it. She's like, I don't need your awards. I'm fine. I'm thriving. Thank you. Which I love so much. She's Dolly Parton, so she's perfect. So she's doing it right. And I think an element of this kind thing that she's done is that she has given more votes to other people. So she just made the voting process for the people that vote a lot easier. Because if Dolly Parton is on a list, you are legally required to check Dolly Parton, according to me.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
nobody else had a chance, but now she's not in there. Everybody else has a chance. She continues to be phenomenal. Dolly, we love you. So stinking much. The best.
Wow.
I know. How do
Well,
you feel about this, Jim? Thoughts?
I
Comments?
saw this as well, and I thought, wow, this is really I appreciate I'm curious who she's making space. I think that she's intentionally trying to make space for somebody else to win who's been nominated,
like
who she's
her.
like, this person should win.
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious. I don't remember who else was nominated, but I'm wondering, process of elimination, we can maybe see who she's like kind of vying for. Because she whole entire thing is, I didn't realize that once you were nominated, it didn't mean that you automatically got inducted, that you were just there's still only like a few people who will get inducted each year. So I didn't realize that. And so she's trying to make space for somebody else. I think that's very commendable. So my next thing is like, oh, but who?
Yeah. There are 17 nominees this year, which is that's nuts. That's and it a little bit is like who can start to I'm so sorry, it's Trash Tuesday, you guys.
They want to be on the show too, but to Renee's point, like it's because she doesn't want to steal votes from anybody else. Do you see, Renee, do you have on hand who else is also nominated? Do you have any guesses?
Yes, I do. Well, I can tell you some. So 7 of the nominees are first-time nominees. So obviously, Dolly Parton is on there. A Tribe Called Quest, Eminem, Lionel Richie, Carly Simon, Beck. All kinds of great people.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll do some homework. I'm gonna do some homework and see who I think tomorrow. I'm gonna wager who I think she's trying to make space for. I think to Roger's point, also realize she's already there. I personally think she's wrong. I think she is worthy of being in it, but I think she's making space for somebody else. So I am curious to find out who.
Who could it be? Yes. Now, you know what I'm a little worried about is that this was your new segment that we both covered.
No.
Is that what happened? Are you sure?
No, I also, when I read the news, and it also seems that this had happened.
Just the fact that there's a picture in there makes me think that that you were gonna, because I didn't put any picture.
I think that our amazing producer Sarah was just like, let's get some photos. Let's get your photos. Oh, look, and see, Audra said, yes, I'd love to hear more about that. So tomorrow you will hear my guesses of who I think she's making space for. And yes, I agree. Tugboat is looking extra cute today, stretching in the background, being like, Mom woke me up this morning, tiptoeing
who's
around,
not thriving
grabbing the wrong
with
sweater.
Exactly. Exactly. With the daylight saving, this one, he's not happy because they have to get him up and take him walking before the sun comes up. And he is milking it for all it's worth. Yes, he's been made to get up in the dead of night.
You have to,
it's 6:30, Tug. You're fine.
It's so funny because usually dogs can't wait to go out to walk, but he's like, you're making me get up to go.
I had to lure him with treats to get up this morning. This dog, the spoiled, perfect
Amazing.
baby of mine.
That is so great. Stacey also, Stacey, I heard that too. Eminem. I know, like, is Eminem taking his name off of the list? That Eminem is still in the running and Dolly Parton is not. It's wild. It's wild. I have some sad news. It would not be me. Look at Renee bracing herself. I have some sad news. It wouldn't be me doing the news if I was going to bring you something sad. This is some sad news. We had to talk about Darth Maul, everybody. I have some bad news about our Darth Maul fans. So if y'all are familiar with Star Wars, Darth Maul was originally, there's a new Obi-Wan series that's going to be coming out onto Disney Plus, and Darth Maul, who I first appeared in the Phantom Menace, was going to be on this show, and then apparently was cut. He was scrapped. Now, if you don't know who Darth Maul is, you can Google him. He was in the Phantom Menace. I think we have a picture. I think we're trying to get it up. But he was in the Phantom Menace. He had the dual lightsaber. He was so dope, so cool. And they killed him off in the very first Star Wars prequel, and everyone's like, "Wait, this guy's amazing. Why are we getting rid of him?" And they did, and no one was happy with it. But apparently, he was going to be in this new Obi-Wan series, and he got cut. So there's the Mandalorian that's happening right now, and Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were given early scripts, and they're like, this is covering very similar ground as The Mandalorian, so you got to make some changes to director Deborah Chow. And they had paused filming the series during 2020 because of pandemic, and they were unhappy with the scripts. And then when they came back, there was no Darth Maul. And Ray Park, who is Darth Maul, he had been training. He'd been training to be Darth Maul. And anyways, and look at this. Oh, yeah. Tim says, I do seem to recall. Yes, Tim, you were so right. Tim is always right. Tim says, I do seem to recall a Darth Maul making a cameo in the Solo movie. You were so right. At the very end of the Han Solo movie, Darth Maul makes an appearance because everyone was so excited. They're like, oh, snap, we're getting Darth Maul. Darth Maul is back. Like, he sort of, if you watch the animated series, which is also canon, he is still alive somehow. And people were so excited that he was going to come back, that he was coming back, and he was going to be in the Solo. Solo is going to be the Han Solo series was going to be its own spinoff trilogy, but nobody went to go. People didn't like it, even though, I don't know, Tim, you saw Solo. I liked it. I thought it was great. I think the problem, what happened with Solo, if I can get on my soapbox. And Sarah, are we able to get the picture of Darth Maul? Do we got him? Just because I don't.
We gotta see him. What's he look like?
Okay. Yeah, I can see Renee's face is like, but what does this guy look like? He matches my shirt. Ooh, and look at this. Audra chiming in. See, we got Star Wars fans in here. Renee, you have your next.
Oh, I know it. I know it. I want to win him over.
Series. Your next series.
Okay, but until September, I'm booked.
Renee is booked till September, so no more movies. But Audra chimed in. My husband was watching the animated series, and Audra was like, "But didn't he die? He did, but these witches brought him. I think he was like raised by these witch sisters, these space witch sisters, and they brought him back. And Star Wars. Audra says she's a light Star Wars fan by comparison. And Tim also says that the Solo movie was fun. I agree. Here's my theory of what happened with the Solo movie is that if you remember, everybody, The Last Jedi, which was the second of the new trilogy series, came out. The Last Jedi came out, and it was so divisive. And then 5 months later, the Solo movie came out. For whatever reason, Disney released these movies 5 months apart, and as opposed to just doing a year later. That's what they should have done.
Right.
And they didn't. They jumped the gun. There's our Darth Maul.
There we go.
Spooky.
We got him.
That's Darth Maul. There he is. Ray Park played him. He just was such a cool looking villain, and then they killed him in the first prequel. So Darth Maul. So anyways, I'm sad because he was potentially going to be in the Obi-Wan series. Then they cut him. He was going to be this new villain in this Solo Han Solo spinoff movie, and then they're not doing them because nobody went to go see it. But it's a fun movie. The Han Solo movie is a great movie. Oh, and look at
Okay.
Stacey with the hot take. More of a Star Trek fan than Star Wars. I'm
Okay.
a
I'll take
live
that.
long and prosper. Live long and prosper.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I
hard.
also I dabble into the Star Treks. I get in there. Stacey, are you watching Star Trek Discovery? Is anybody watching Star Trek Discovery on Paramount Plus? I'm a big fan. Below the Decks, the animated series, and Picard. There is a Picard series. I feel like right now with Renee, it's just like wah 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 are the words that I'm saying. Are the words I'm saying even making any sense?
No, it's making perfect sense. I didn't know that there were that many Star Trek spinoffs, but that makes sense.
There are so
Yeah.
many Star Trek pictures. There are so many. But thank you, Sarah, for finding this photo. And Renee, back to
Yes.
you with
Yes.
More.
Back
You wanna-
to me. So this is just real quick. This is just from the Dollar Bin News, all things that are very exciting. Because you got just quick news. We'll call this. It's a new segment called Quick News.
No, it's called Dollar Bin News.
Dollar Bin News. Dollar Bin News. We do that in full disclosure on Can I Pet Your Dog? It's just the stories that you grab at the very end because you're at checkout and you're just like, well, it looks cute. So it's not like really a story and you can't make a full segment out of it, but you're just like, oh, that's fun. That's interesting. So that's what this is. So these are our Dollar Bin News. Abbott Elementary has been renewed for a second season. Duh, 1,000 times duh. Of course it has, but it is official now. So that's very exciting. And then Key and Peele are getting back together, sort of.
Wow.
Which I'm excited about. There's going to be a new stop motion show on Netflix that Peele created, but Key is going to voice. It's going to be great. So we got that to look forward to. We love them. They're great.
I have a confession to make.
Yes, please do.
So we know that I don't like bendy things.
Yes.
I don't like contortiony things. I also am not a big fan of stop animation. It makes me nauseous. There's something about the visual texture of it. I don't really like Play-Doh or clay. It just looks like things are throwing up in front of me. I know it's gross. Sorry to get so graphic in the morning.
No, that makes sense.
I don't like Gumby. I don't like yeah.
I love it, but I can't tell you why.
Yeah, I don't like stop animation. It makes me kind of uncomfortable. I can do the Nightmare Before Christmas because it's supposed to look creepy and weird. So I can okay, I can go on it. But if you're like trying to tell a happy story, I'm like, it looks like a nightmare to me.
Can't do it.
It's it's kind of terrifying. It's a little spooky to me. But if it's intentionally spooky, I can do it.
There is a specific thing that I'm worried about because you love Big Mouth, right? On Netflix?
Yeah.
Or wait.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So were you able to get through the Christmas episode that they turned into stop motion?
Yeah, because it's grotesque and weird. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Stacey pointing out, we're talking about Star Trek still. So, Stacey, I'm seeing the no. I believe you are talking about you've not seen Star Trek Discovery. Highly recommend as a Trekkie. I think you would love it. Also, Picard is out. So it's Stacey, since you watch Next Generation, you will enjoy Picard because it is what happens to Captain Picard later on in his life. A lot of the returning cast members come back from different Star Treks because it's all one universe. I highly recommend Paramount Plus.
Amazing.
Not paying for this show yet.
But we will. At some point very soon. And then the last bit of just, look at that. That's coming back together is The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. You were talking about how they still hadn't brought back their live studio audience, but now they're bringing him back. So live studio audience is coming back for Trevor Noah.
Let me tell you, he doesn't need them.
He doesn't.
So
he's phenomenal. This was a recent sort of viral portion of his show. Did you see him put Kim Kardashian in her place?
No.
Recently?
All right. Well,
So
know what I'm
good.
doing.
Do yourself a favor. Trevor Noah's phenomenal. And he does it in a way that he shouldn't have to. He absolutely should not have to present it this way. But Trevor Noah is the king of taking you down in a way that you're not like, oh, that was, you're just like, So Kim Kardashian had said, anybody can be me. You just have to work. I work so hard all the time. That is
Okay.
how I got here. I worked. And Trevor Noah was real quick to be like, and here's your dad, and here's your mom, and here's your other dad. And that is privilege, and you were born rich. And maybe you did work really hard. I'm sure that you did. But the reason you are where you are is because your mom and your dad and your other dad. And it was just like goosebumps all the way up. And it just felt so good. And he's like, you know who's worked harder than you any day of the year? My mom. This person's mom, like, and it was just like
Ooh,
going through it, like it was just, it was so good.
wow.
Go let yourself watch that speech because it's phenomenal. It's great. It's
How
great.
did she respond to it? How was she
Oh,
like,
she wasn't
"Thank
there.
you"?
She wasn't there.
Oh,
It was just it was in the news that she was saying how
oh
hard
my
she worked, and she was
god.
there because of all the
I
work that she had
thought
done, and
this
so
was
he
a
was responding to it.
sit-down
I know,
interview,
yeah.
and she's like, "I wanna talk about my new fragrance line,
Yeah.
and I worked so hard." He was like, you know
Mhm.
who worked so
Yeah,
hard? My
absolutely
mom.
not.
You know how you got there? Da, da, da." I thought he was saying this to her face,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Dang, he took her
Yeah.
down to her
Yeah.
face." Oh,
Exactly.
man. Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
So yeah, so it's just it was great. So if you need a little like, yeah, Trevor, go watch that clip because it's
Well,
fantastic.
I do want to unpack this though a little bit too, because this is an
Right.
interesting discussion. Because Audra brought up, it's kind of like when people say you have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyonce.
Yeah.
But then there are some people who like, I mean, Beyonce don't, from my knowledge, didn't necessarily come from money. There is like a hard work drive that I think that you
Sure.
do also have to have. But
Right.
there's also a support
Course.
network. There's so
Of
many
course.
ingredients, also right place, right time.
Right.
Because I am struggling with this as, you know, an artist and entertainer
Mhm.
who's somewhat kind of taking a bit of a break. And
Yeah.
I'm in that phase is like I see 40 coming and I'm like, is the dream ever going to happen? And are there things that I could have been doing? Like I am, you know, side-eyeing Todrick Hall at his, you know, concert, supporting
Sure.
him, but at the same time, like he's on that stage. I'm not. I'm sitting in the
Right.
audience drinking wine, right? And
Right.
like,
Right.
you know, giggling and being envious, right? Like, but he
Right.
is up there doing it. So I don't, yeah, it's I've been trying to check this envy that I
Yeah.
and how the secret ingredient, how did people do it? And of course everyone who makes it tells you, you know, follow your dreams. Of course, because you've
Yeah.
had a dream and you followed it, but there are also people who it didn't work out for them. Is it because they stopped following their dreams? I
Right.
don't know. I won't know until I get to the
Yeah.
end.
And again, I know that I'm really driving this home because it's just the trend that I'm seeing right now. The thing that I'm aware of is just like the amount of ruthlessness you have to apply. Kind of like this is a dumb analogy, but I think it's accurate. Of when you're trying to get out into the ocean, and
Mhm.
the waves that are coming at you, like the amount of aggression that you have to get over those first waves is so intense and so
Mm.
crazy. And then once you're past those like crashing waves, you can like sort of, okay, all right, and now I'm here and I'm that. But I don't know, I think you just have to come at it like, that was
Yeah.
me in a war with a spike coming at you.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
um,
Yep. Oh,
and
and
if you're, yeah, go ahead.
no, no, no. Well, I just wanted to point out though too, like one, thank you for this beautiful metaphor because I think it is absolutely. And
I
even
don't
when
know.
you're out in the ocean, you might still get hit with the tsunami, and you still have to
Of
sort of like
course.
power
Of
through. It's
course.
so
Yeah.
hard,
You
the
don't get to
industry and the
stop swimming.
uncertainty of it, and like yes, you've got like more money, more problems to quote
Right.
Biggie Smalls, because you're
Right.
also like when you are that high, there's people who depend on you.
Yeah.
Like you have a team of people who depend on you. So yes, you have this $1 million mansion, but then you've got to pay them bills. Can
Right.
you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my
Yeah.
automobiles? Maybe we
Yeah.
can chill. And then Audra was just chiming in that like when I think Audrey was saying, like when people say, "Oh, well, today you have the same 24 hours in a day that Beyonce has," but she also
Right.
like has someone making her smoothie this morning.
Sure.
She has her
Yeah.
assistants and people that make
Of
it
course.
easier. So you are, but you know, maybe you just gotta like what Renee was saying. She had to relentlessness to get out
Yeah.
there in the ocean to hit those waves, and now she's out in the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, and deserves it. Understand it. But I don't think those people stop working. I think it's a combination of two things. You have to be ruthless in a way that I would like to apply swear words, but I can't because it's a morning show. And this is a Dave Holmes thing, is just like you have to believe it to your core. To your core, you have to believe it. And so his analogy with people who are successful, they're like, they just believed it deeper. And he's like, I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to unpack that, but they just believed it deeper. There was no doubt in their mind in a deep, deep way. And I was like, oh, ouch, Dave. But yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
Well,
Yeah.
there we go. Well, now that but here's some good news as someone
Yes.
here's some stories of
Yeah.
people who believed it in their core. Will Smith has officially
Yes.
set himself as an Oscar runner. He won Best Actor at the 27th Annual Critics'
Pew,
Choice
pew,
Award
pew. Look
and
how
leading
cute that
actor.
award is.
And look at him, just so adorable. Again, and we're doing his
Adorable.
audiobook. He's just talk about someone who believed it in their core. It's this
Yeah.
guy. It is
Yeah.
this guy. And so he won for his portrayal of Richard Williams in King Richard. He is phenomenal in it. It's one of those movies you want 2 more hours. He's so good. And he's been chasing this Oscar for so long. You can just tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also I believe Ariana DeBose also took home an award as well. She is lining up to snatch that Oscar for West Side Story, and she
Looky
is good.
there.
It's on YouTube. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, the we want to live in America, everything
Yeah.
free in America, you will get shot in America, there is inequality in America. That's my version.
That's incredible. That's so good. When you were
Uh,
wondering about what you should do for that drag show, do that, but with your words. I'm telling you, that's brilliant. That's so good.
Oh man, but well, she's on track. I'm hoping she wins the Oscar. It is the West Side Story film. I was watching that clip. It is so even visually stunning the way that Steven Spielberg. It makes you feel like you're watching a movie that's in the 1950s. Just the way the
Right.
lighting is. He's just a master at his.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to. Is moving away from that word. He is on top of his game.
He's the
He's just
sovereign of
he's a
acting.
sovereign of directing. He just is really on point. Anyways, but I do understand, Renee, how it could be difficult for you to watch these movie musicals because I understand it. When I was watching Todrick, I was understanding the pain of it's
Right.
a little painful, and I want to root
Painful.
for you and I want to support, but it's
Yeah.
so hard because there's a grief, as Brene Brown talks about it. There's that
Yeah.
grief and that loss, and it triggers it because it was
Yeah.
this dream that you had. Man, we are unpacking some deep stuff
Some
today.
deep
Unrequited love.
stuff.
Get
Some
on
deep
uppers.
stuff.
Do
Yeah.
you have any grief around things that just didn't work out for you?
Your
That it's still
dreams that
kind
didn't
of
work. Yeah.
your dream?
And
But
what do
is
you
it
make that
too
to
late to
mean?
turn
Yeah.
it around?
Yeah.
It's never too late. If it's
I don't
still
think
there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is and this is privilege. Let me say this with privilege. There is truth to if I moved back to New York today and I took the classes that I needed to take and I hustled the way I needed to hustle and I networked the way that I need to network, could I get in the chorus of a Broadway show? Absolutely. Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Mm.
So I
Mhm.
think there is the yeah, of course you could. It's just I think, and again, this is a lot of privilege talking, but if you were given all the resources, I don't think anything's impossible. You just
Oh,
have to
I
be given
mean,
all the resources and time.
Rebecca Friday had Rebecca, who was it? Rebecca Black had a pop single.
Sure. Yeah.
Friday,
Yep. Yeah.
Friday, gonna get down on Friday. I don't even know if those are the words
Yeah.
or if that's a
Yeah.
song, but she had all the money and resources in the world and she got a
Right.
hit song.
And that's how it goes. And but I think even things like, oh, I want to be an astronaut, but I can't because I don't have the vision that you need to do it. I'm just like, but we could get you to space technically, but do you want to do the work to do it? No. So
That is
I
the
think
great question. I
yeah.
think that is the question of the week. I was thinking about a new segment for Tuesdays,
Yes.
Troubled Tuesdays, you know?
I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah.
Troubled Tuesdays. And I think the question that we're posing to you all, Get On Uppers, and I don't know that we have an answer. Are you willing to do the work to
Yeah.
achieve it? If you're
And
not,
work might not be
I
the right
think
word. Sacrifice might be. 'Cause
there's a
it
lot of
is.
sacrifice. Yes.
Mhm.
Are you willing to do the sacrifices? And if you're not, I think the follow-up question is, well, how do you either then make peace with that for yourself so you
Yeah.
can move on and enjoy a movie musical or
Uh-huh.
enjoy a queer Black artist performer? And that's not true. I
Yes.
can't wait to go to Little Nas X concert because
Of
I think that
course.
he is
Of course. You're
delightful
gonna
and
have the best
amazing.
time.
I just think this other guy, I think he could be kinder, I think. And I was rooting for him to win. He just wasn't
I
kind
know.
this season
I
of
know.
Big Brother.
I know. I
And I
know.
think
I
it
know.
also, Renee, unpacking
Yeah.
this,
Yes, please.
because I was almost on Big Brother last summer,
Yes. Of
narrowly
course.
close. And so
Absolutely. Yeah.
there's someone who I also choreograph flash mobs. He choreographed flash mobs, like, but just did it at a higher level. And so I think
Yeah.
that's also like if I had just maybe worked a little bit hard or sacrificed a little bit
Yeah.
more or took the right classes when I was a kid,
Right.
could I have?
Right.
So
Yeah, of course, of course. And we are getting a full-blown self-help book in the comments. This is so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. Audra saying you have to find the thing you want to sacrifice for, I guess. And it's true. What
yeah,
do you want to sacrifice for? Tim saying taking a leap is always scary. Audra
I
also saying
know.
you have to sort out your priorities. And I think there's such connotation to because you're told, especially in the entertainment industry, that um if you want it bad enough, if you want to hustle bad enough. But then I think if you like unpack it, you're just like, God, does fame mean that much to me? Hmm. And then
Well,
you just
and
have to sit with it. Yeah.
isn't so much. I don't even know if it's the fame part. It's like I
Yeah.
want to just do my craft. I mean, but it
Right.
comes with
Yeah.
it. But I just
Yeah.
want to like do my craft of like entertaining the
Right.
world. But you know what? Here, look at me, Renee. We're
Yeah.
doing it. But
You're
I think
doing
it's
it.
also
You're
being grateful for where you
absolutely doing it.
are.
Yes.
And look at even our producer, Sarah, chiming in here. We're both doing great. We are here doing it, and I think it's hard because clearly we're comparing ourselves to Beyonce,
Of
you
course.
know,
Of course.
and
Yeah.
uh and
Absolutely.
Ariana
And
DeBose.
Jam, I think I get all the get on upper Sarah. Everybody great. You have the it factor. You truly, truly do. If you want to do this, you can do it. We just gotta decide if you want it. But you
I
got it.
do. I want to
Yes.
rewind the clock that Stacey's
Yes.
recommended that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on Amazon. Also, I'm curious, has anybody watched the new Fresh Bel-Air on Peacock?
Ooh, no, I need to. It's been on the list. You know, it's so funny that it's an hour long. And that's the thing, because I usually I'll just
Mm.
watch stuff that's a half hour and then I'll watch 8 of them. But if it's an hour, I'm like, God, who has the time? Like you do, Renee. You absolutely do. Audra, again with this, going back to the advice, I feel like you have to grind for the thing that is also going to feed you, but not chew you up and spit you out.
Mm.
Yeah. Gosh, so good.
And
Yeah.
Audra's part of JD Power and Associates business owners, and so I am. But Audra, like you,
Yeah.
I am. I
100%
say
business
that,
owner is great.
Audra, like you have taken that leap that Tim was talking
Mhm.
about. That leap of faith, and so I really commend you. I'm inspired by you. You're the average of the 5 people who surround yourself with. So please keep coming back, Audra, to keep inspiring because I'm gonna need it. I need it.
We
All
love it.
right, we would be remiss if we did not. If this got bumped again,
We couldn't
y'all,
have
I
it.
will
We
not
couldn't do it. It'd
hear
be too far
about it.
away.
I will
It'd be
not.
too
I
far
will
away.
not. I will like Renee will not let. She'll. I'm trying to imagine what Renee doing a tantrum would be.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
It would,
Exactly. It'd be intense. It would be intense.
Why did it
Hey.
do the pies? Top pies, and now it's been 2 days, and it doesn't make sense to do it. I know. Yep. Ah,
Yep.
look at that. I just want to read this last one from Audra. It's a
Yes.
full-time job to be so inspiring. Insert sparkle and rainbow emoji here.
Yes.
That I
Yes.
really
That is
is.
you, though. That is you. So just real quick, yesterday was Pi Day. I was just like, "Yeah, Pi Day." But wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? So just some super, super quick things. I'm going to
Perfect.
tell you this, and I'm not going to understand it as I tell you
Right.
this, but here we go. So
Yep.
yesterday was Pi Day because pi is the mathematical of 3.14. And yesterday was
Mhm.
March 14th,
Yes.
3.4. Just some fun facts. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the most accurate value of pi is more than, and this is a joke. This is silly to say. This is silly to put in print. 62 trillion digits. Who needs it? What? I
Wow.
don't.
Math.
I don't do it.
Math, math,
And then I
math.
appreciate that this article said, but for those who don't enjoy math, you get pi. That's what that means. But a little bit more
Oh.
about the history of pi. Pi began around 4,000 years ago by ancient Babylonians who were calculating a circle. And okay, so I'm going to read this and then you can tell me what this means. To calculate the area of a circle by taking 3 times the square of its radius. Does that mean anything? Calculating a circle by taking 3 times the square of its radius. It means something to them. It means something to them, and that's all that matters. And
Oh
that's all that
yeah,
matters.
because it's like
Okay.
what is that? Like mass divided by width equals the area
Sure.
circumference.
Y- Great. And I'm thrilled for you that you understand that. And I think that that is good. I need visual aids. I need a teach one, do
I'm
one,
making
show
it up.
one so that I can love it. I believed it. I believed it. I believed it.
Oh man, but I
Yes.
don't mean to switch gears too much, but Tim also just
Yeah.
gave some really great advice. Because
Yes, let's hear it.
Renee and I are fretting about like, is this not enoughness or we didn't make it? I don't know. Whatever we're experiencing, the
Right.
Get On Uppers are consoling us. Where I feel like our job is supposed to be reversed, but thank you. We're taking it in. Tim said, just show up, both literally and otherwise, has worked for me
Yeah.
when I get my courage up. And I think that is also
It's
really
true.
show up. That's all you can
It's
do
absolutely
sometimes. Just show
true.
up. You are
Yeah.
enough. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. You is beautiful. You is wise. You is talented. There it
All
is.
the things, but yes, 1,000 times yes. I have one
Yes.
more pie fact, and then we can talk about actual pies. I promise.
All right.
I promise.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the reason that we celebrate is because 3.14, that is the date, but it is also important in the science community because it is Albert Einstein's birthday, as you said,
Oh,
as you taught
yeah.
us yesterday, which is very exciting.
Right.
But it is also the day that Stephen Hawking died. So some
Dang. A
pretty
lot of
impressive.
science.
I
A lot of
know.
science.
Scientists came and went on Pi Day.
Well,
That's
hot
it.
dog. Well,
That's all the
now
fun
it's
facts
time to
about
play Rank It Top Pies. So get on uppers. You know how we like to play Rank It. We use what's the Beyonce of things? So the creme, the has 24 hours in a day. Look what this pie can do. Uh, you got the Kelly. It's got the same 24 hours as the other pie, but it's just not
it.
coming out as well. But you'll
Not
eat it.
quite
It's
the
fine.
same.
You know,
Yeah.
it'll do the
Yeah.
job. Then you got the Michelle. Oh man, it's just trucking along here.
Just,
It's
but
it
made the
exists.
podium. Made the
Yeah.
podium. And
At
that
what
okay.
cost?
Fair. Fair. It's a fair thing to
Should
wonder
it
about.
have? Yeah. Should it have?
Who's
So
to
get on
say?
uppers. If you would like to play, let us know what is your top pie. You can even say the pies in order of like your first, second, and third, or you can just say whatever your top pie is in honor of National Pie Day, which was yesterday. Renee, you are a
Yes.
lover of pies, so
I do.
Please let me stand back,
Yes.
Renee.
And see
Nice.
what's gonna happen. And see what's gonna happen. Now, I am surprised by my own answer here, but I think for the Beyonce selection, you have to take the pie that'll make you stop a conversation and just be like, "Oh my god, have you tasted it? This is insane." And I think the quality of the pie really, really matters here. It really matters here. So, if you can get yourself a key lime pie, homemade, with homemade graham cracker crust, that's a Beyonce
Ooh.
pie. That is a Beyonce pie right there.
Wow.
So key lime receives the Beyonce of pies. I am very excited to hear Gun and Uppers. Do you agree? How would you rank? Audra is going pumpkin, chocolate, apple. And
I don't
Andrew
love pie.
don't love pie. And I don't love pie. And I don't love pie. So there you go.
I love
Quick,
this. Yeah.
working our way through.
I didn't
Working our
know
way
that
through.
chocolate was an option. This is interesting, Renee, because I
Yeah.
too do not know enough about pies. So I think
Right.
I didn't know chocolate was an option.
Chocolate,
What is a chocolate
absolutely.
pie? Is it just like filled with just
Basically,
chocolate
pudding.
sauce?
Pudding in a bowl. Yeah.
Mhm.
Putting in a wide bowl. My favorite pie is chocolate, also from Stacy. I'll take it. I'll take it. For me, okay. So Beyonce is going to key lime. Kelly is going to banana cream, and again, that's got to be fresh. It's got to be fresh, and we got to have that graham cracker crust. And then it is on Christmas Day. If it is Christmas Day, Michelle will be getting a pecan pie. So key lime, banana, pecan.
Wow, I love this, Renee, because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, you love pies.
Yes.
Renee, if there's one thing that
I love
I
pies.
hadn't finished my statement, and Renee is like, "Yes, I love pies."
Yep.
This is so good. Please make note. Renee loves pies. Renee loves
Renee loves
pies.
anything sugary. There's nothing. I don't think you can throw a sugary treat in front of me that I'm not like, well, did you bring anything for anyone else?
When's cake day? Because I'm a cake guy. Give me some cake.
See,
Okay, so I don't necessarily love pies, but
Mhm.
Stacey, your favorite is chocolate.
Yeah.
Audra could be okay with banana cream if it has vanilla wafers. I love vanilla wafers.
Yes, me
Okay,
too.
you know what? So Tim and Renee have both been like key lime, yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
all day, every day. Um, I don't think I've ever had a key lime pie.
It's
I don't think I've
great.
had
Are you a
one.
citrus person? Do
Nope.
you like okay. You don't like Sour Patch Kids?
Oof, God, if I,
No, can't do
uh,
it. Okay.
not really. If I'm in the right mood, I have to be eating popcorn as well to help take away
Okay.
the,
Okay.
I need that
Yeah, so key
salty
lime
and
is it's a combination of sour
sour.
and sweet in a way that is my mouth is watering. Think about it. I love it so much.
She's just drooling all over her microphone.
But it has to but
Is
I
it,
am a picky pie person. It's gotta be
oh,
homemade
picky
and good.
pie.
Picky pie. Picky pie, that's what they call me back home. Yeah.
Picky Pie just reminded me of Pig and then Miss Piggy. If you
That's very,
were
very
not here
funny.
yesterday, we discovered that Renee does an amazing Miss Piggy impression, and
Don't know
it
that
was great.
that is we all do an amazing Miss Piggy impression. Tim does it, Stacy does it, Audra does it. You just start, and then you go higher, and make your eyes squinty. Do it right now.
No,
I
that's
beg all of you.
good. Not as good as you. Renee kills it every time. I think I'm doing what you're doing, but I'm doing an impression of you doing
You
an
are.
amazing impression of Miss Piggy.
You're doing
Like
it. And you do
I'm
the strut
re
away, which is important. Yeah.
okay, my pies I've been stalling
Ooh,
because I don't
yes.
understand.
No, but listen, just real quick, while you're stalling, Tim is helping you out by saying that he makes a cranberry pear pie for the holidays. Tim, that sounds real good. That sounds real good.
And I'm sure it's delicious, but I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of like fruits in my things. When I'm getting down for
Yeah.
sweets, get out of here. Like I have to be in a special
Yeah.
mood. Even like strawberries on my pancakes, I'm like, ugh, if I must. But I'd much rather like
Right.
just get into the pancake of it. Just get me into the
Yeah.
waffle of it. Like when I
I
want
get
my
you. I
fruits,
get you.
I'll
Yeah.
grind you up, put you in my
Thank
smoothie.
you.
Other than that,
Thank you.
you're in a
Yeah.
bowl for decoration and you're
Fair.
maybe made out of wax. Um,
That's fair.
so I've been
Yeah.
stalling. I didn't know chocolate was a option, but I've never had a
A
chocolate pie, so I
contender.
can't with confidence be like, "That's my Beyonce," because I could have it and be like,
Yeah.
"I don't like this. Just give me the
Yeah.
chocolate. Do I need the pie?"
Right.
So,
Right.
are the Jello Oreo pies an option?
Absolutely. Of course they are. Yes.
All right,
100%.
well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put
There's
that
nothing
as a
off the table here.
Michelle. I'm gonna put that as a
Okay.
Michelle because it's just kind of like, all
Oreo
right, out of
Jello.
this
Okay.
box.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the Oreo Jello pudding pie because that crust is great. As my Michelle,
Yeah.
is cheesecake a cake or a pie?
I think that might be a cake. I think it might be in the title. I think there was some clues as you said it
I
to
heard it
help you
as I
understand which
said
one
it,
it was.
but it kind of looks more like a pie than a
It
cake.
does look like a pie. I have a friend who makes a pumpkin cheesecake pie. So you can do that if you want.
Okay, but I've never had it, so I can't confirm or deny. All right, so I got my Michelle. I know that for sure.
Okay.
And then I think we'll go with my family will be so mad at me if I don't put sweet potato pie as my number one, but I think I prefer pumpkin over sweet potato, and it's
That's fair.
my family would be so mad because they're like we're a sweet potato family,
Okay.
but I secretly love my pumpkin pie. And then I think I'll do apple. For my Kelly, kind of basic,
Yeah.
I'll
Perfect.
do, you know what? I think I'll kick it to my family's roots. I do love because I also don't have the greatest taste buds, so I use sweet potato and pumpkin interchangeably. So here's what I'll
Yeah.
do. We'll say that my pumpkin pie is Beyonce and sweet potato is my Solange Knowles,
I'll
the
take it. So
sister,
it made the
if
cut.
that
It
makes
made the cut.
sense.
Yes, it
Yes.
does. It
Oh,
makes perfect
I really
sense.
like
It
mine.
makes perfect sense. I'll take it. And some really good comments here. Andrea was saying that she doesn't like fruit insinuated into her desserts, which makes sense. It's either you're going to eat healthy or you're not. Make a choice.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
definitely respect that. And yes, Stacey, just for you, here we go. Jam together, if you please, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, Stacy, I love that so much. Well, now we'll know when we hear no, 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 no. That's so
Yeah.
Stacy going no, no,
Yum,
no,
yum,
no,
yum,
no,
yum,
no,
yum,
no,
yum,
no.
yum.
Renee, no, 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 no. See, it's Renee's catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's Renee's
It's
catchphrase. I get it up first. I'm curious. Do you find yourself in your day to day now going, no, 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 no. Like, do you find yourself? I do. And it will be food related and non-food
Sure.
related.
Of
Of
course
like,
it will
ooh,
be.
look what's on
Yes. Just
TV.
anything
No, no,
that's
no,
good.
no.
Yeah. Yes. That's the that's the appropriate way to handle it. I don't think I've told the story here. uh, And it's not a good story, but it's a funny story. So I've got this pit bull, and pit bulls are known for their snorting. They're like having a little pig. It's like having a little pig around you. So Tugboat, when he's happy, he'll just be like, and that's just the sound that he makes. So then I will do it back to him. I'm just like, uh, and I do it like all the time to Tugboat. So during the oh no, during the pandemic, Doug and I were spending a lot of time together, and then I had that history of personal training. So I still had clients that I was training outside during the pandemic. And my sweet client, I love her so much. Elise, she was so great. She did so good. We were doing box jumps, and she did it, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had affiliated that sound with Tugboat when I'm proud of him, when I love him, and so she did it, and I went. She was like, "What did you just do to me?"
Renee. Oh my god.
Just pig noises.
Can you imagine your personal trainer? And you looked so like you did it, girl. You did it. Is that just to motivate me? Oh
Luckily, she was a dear
no.
friend, and she got it immediately. That she was just like, "Okay, I get it, but never do that to someone who's not a friend." And I was like, "I didn't mean to. It was involuntary. I'm sorry." So I think that's how the num 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 came around. Is that I can't snort at people anymore. I learned
Oh,
the hard
that's
way.
fair. It's
Yeah. So now, yum, yum, yum.
universal. It's
Yeah.
universal. Yes, yes. I oh look, Audrey says, Renee, you must be an amazing personal trainer. You'd cure all my gym woes.
That's very kind.
But I do want to say Tim did open up a
Yes.
question for the group. What's the
Yes.
verdict on toppings like ice cream and whipped cream?
Ooh, yeah. Yes.
Now you can throw that on any pie, Tim. I'll eat it. So that cranberry pie of yours, if it's got some ice cream, I don't like whipped cream as much. It doesn't,
Okay.
it feels like it's just filler. Give me the good. Give me the
All right.
real. I
Okay.
need something real. That's me.
I'll take it. Yes. Tim, I, on the other hand, absolutely. Yes. More ice cream, more whipped cream, all the things, please. Yes.
I
Great.
do love that this segment has turned into what are the sounds that we make. And Audra's timed in that she makes a kiss sound at her husband when he does something that that you
Yeah.
appreciate. But then started doing it with people who are not your husband.
That's great.
Oh
That's
yeah. Oh
fantastic.
man. That's ooh.
I'm telling you, it's yeah, it's great.
I am oh yeah, pandemic behavior because you're used to doing it with the
Yeah,
person.
it made
Oh
us all
man.
insane. I mean, not you, Jim. Somehow you came out unscathed, but the rest of us
No,
are out here just making
gosh.
arbitrary sounds.
I'm doing them now too. I'm doing them
There
now
you go.
too. Well, before we go, it is Giving Tuesday, so we do want to share with y'all just a few organizations that could use your help. I will kick one off with you all first. There is the Black Women's Health Imperative. It's the oldest nonprofit organization created by Black women to champion the cause of physical, emotional, and financial health and wellness for Black women and girls. So essentially what has happened is that there's been some people during speaking of pandemic, people were working from home, and there was a recent study that 97% of Black office workers had anxiety about returning to their offices full time when things open up, compared to 20% of white folks who were looking forward to getting back into the office. And they say it's just because a lot of times there's like microaggressions that happen in the office. People are more even like Black women's hair in particular is so political, and what hairstyles they can wear or they can't, and always feeling like they have to do it in a certain way. And so being at home, you can just work from home, maybe turn your camera off and things like that.
Right.
So anyways, there's an organization called the Black Women's Health Imperative. They are looking to help support just Black women in their health and those different initiatives. So you can head on over to the Black Women's Health Project, Black Women's Health Imperative. Give them $25 and help supporting these women who are returning back to work.
I love this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. Sort of on par with that. And this is very specific to Los Angeles. So I guess my encouragement here is Google transitional home for women and children, and you will find sort of the house that does that for you in your local area. But here in Los Angeles, it's called the Alexandria House, and they do just that. Traditional home for women and children located in Los Angeles since 1996. And what they do is they provide a safe and supportive housing for women and children in the process of moving from emergency shelters to economic stability and permanent housing. There's a lot of transitions going around, and people need help. So I think that's a great one to do. If you want to do Alexandria House, it's just alexandriahouse.com, and you can donate there. Or if you're in the LA area, you can always bring food. There's a lot of sort of volunteering you can do with the kiddos that are there, helping out with crafts. It's great. They do an incredible job. It's great.
I love that.
Good stuff.
I love that. Please do not cut out sonnets out of magazines with the kiddos.
No, don't do that for the crafts.
Don't cut out
maybe
letters.
Yeah.
Don't cut out ransom looking letters with the kiddos. That's not. Look,
Right.
Mommy, I made you a letter.
Look
I
at
love you,
this.
Mom.
Oh God.
And look at that. Audra, this first time here for Giving Tuesday. Yeah, we close every Tuesday with Giving Tuesday and different ways to, do some good out there in the world every Tuesday. We don't just wait for the one time it comes around. It's Giving Tuesday every Tuesday here.
Exactly. Exactly.
We are about to wrap up the show, but I do want to remind everybody, just remember on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, Stephen Cosgrove is going to be doing a story here, reading at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Reading one of his favorite St. Patrick's Day's stories. There's going to be a quiz. Show up here with the whole family. You know what to do. You just open up your device and you say, open Backchannel. And then you'll be right here on your YouTube stream. And we're going to get out of here, but we're going to be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and everything in between, because you already be knowing. And it's going to be Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Get those jams ready to go, because we're going to kick it off. What's going to be your song of the week, your song of the day? We're going to play Wildin' or Working It, maybe a little bit of What Would You Do, and we're just going to have some more women's history moments and quizzes, celebrity birthday style. It's going to be great time.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. And if you want to stay here on Backchannel for more, we got plenty for you. Up next is Anthony Davis, followed by Your Pal Hal, and we'll be ending the day with Mario Smith. A lot of great shows.
So many great ones. We love it so much. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Big shout out to our producer, Sarah, working behind the scenes. Thank you, Sarah, for helping get this show together, especially as I was out at a concert last night, and Sarah helped get this show together. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you to Melinda, London, Karimus, Audra, Stacy, Paper, Robin, Trenton, Barnett, Allison, and Tim. We thank y'all so much for watching. Get on up. I'm James Arthur M.
And I'm Renee Colvert. And you just
got
on.
up.
Bye, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.